What up squad, Caliber here with another TF2 video, and today we are talking about the Mangler versus the rocket launcher, and not in terms of which one's a better weapon, but as to when you should use this weapon. So I was sitting in a CP Well server, I know, what a map, and I came across a Mangler soldier on like a kill streak like 16 or something like that, and I saw another soldier running the rocket launcher. And I was like, well, what's the best way to counter them? You know, if I was that soldier, what would make me choose the Mangler over the rocket launcher? You know, because typically most people just run rocket launcher, and I've kind of brought it down to a few points. So in this guide, I'm trying to distinguish when to use the Mangler and when to use the rocket launcher. And there's not that many points. It's a very simple, subtle difference. But if you pick up on it soon enough, you can have a massive effect on your game. Now for the stats. Now the Mangler can't random crit. It deals 20% less damage to buildings, and it cannot be crit boosted. Doesn't require ammo at all, which is amazing. And it can be charged, and this charge deals mini crit damage, sets the enemy players on fire, and will disable any buildings in the area of that blast for 4 seconds. I know it's a bit of an odd weapon. It's great for fighting players, but on paper you see the downsides for buildings and go, oh, it's not that big a difference. But if you actually play it in game, it does become considerably different. For example, having to kill mini sentries with 3 to 4 shots instead of 1 to 2 shots, well, 2 shots, is a massive difference compared to being able to do it, as I said, with 1, 2 to 3 shots. In that time you could be killed. So what would I look at when I'm trying to distinguish when to use which? Because my Mangler is professional kill streak. I love that damn weapon. So what I do look out for is do they have energy? And does the enemy have enemy engineers? And are they any good? Because you know, if the engineer's running around the shotgun and he's not popping up mini sentries, it's not a problem. But as soon as the mini sentries are popping up, we might have a problem. Is our medic running the crit streak? Well, if the medic's running the crit streak, you're not going to get those crits, and I know not necessarily, you're probably not the one who needs the crits, but say you push up with a heavy and the medic, and you're just pewing away, and then the heavy gets taken down. If the medic quickly comes to you to use the crits on you, it's not going to do anything, is it? So that's something. Are you needing to use crits? That's something else you might have to take into mind. Is your medic not currently running crits, but with the way that the game's going, you're probably going to need to run them? Take that in mind. Is there a control point that is being capped by quite a few people? For example, scouts. There's 2 scouts, you know, you got 4 people on the control point then technically. So what do? Well, I like using the Mangler because of the charge shots, because it deals, well, it basically just annihilates scouts and snipers. So for crowd control, as I call it, it's a crowd control weapon similar to Jurati and Mad Milk. It's really good for controlling big groups of people. Are you running out of ammo a lot? That's something you might want to think about. Are you doing so well with the rocket launcher, which is a great weapon, that you keep running out of ammo? If that's the case, I'd probably swap over to the Mangler, even if there is quite a few buildings about. Plain and simply because, you know, ammo can be quite a limiting factor, especially if you've got an engineer on your team who's needing to eat up quite a bit of ammo. And another point I'd probably add to this would have to be, do you have another soldier? Because, you know, at that moment there might not have been, you know, enemy engineers, but then one pops up. Well, you're going to want someone who can take them out as well. If you're playing 5 CP, you get to the final point of the level 3 sentry, you're really not going to do lots of damage, but you can use your charge to disable the building for 4 seconds whilst a soldier rushes in to destroy it with rockets, which is very easily done if you can coordinate with your teammates. Little things like this kind of make me switch between the weapons a lot more than anything. I run stock, because stock's an all-round great weapon, and the Mangler has circumstances. You know, your safest bet is to go with the stock, but if you feel a bit more like a lone wolf, then put the Mangler on, put on the conch and the escape plan, and then just go ham on the enemy team. I've been Caliber, guys. If you like the thumbnail for this video, then please go check the link in the description below. I have a new SFM artist, he's very good. tune back in next week for my next weekly video, where we're probably going to have a massive unboxing. I'm thinking of clearing out my inventory of a lot of my crates, and maybe even getting an unusual. That'd be cool. So I'll see you guys in next week's video. Please rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next one. Adios.